What's going on, guys? I have a couple of different topics that I might bounce around, or I might focus on one, or I might go to two. I'm not sure. But first, I just want to open up with Matthew 6, where Jesus says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is life not more than food? Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or stow away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you worry? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life?" I think we spend a lot of time worrying about the future and even worrying about the past. We need to be focused on the present. At the very bottom of this passage, it says, "But seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Remember, this is Matthew 6, Sermon on the Mount. So, it's my friend brought up this quote. He's not a Christian, but he read this book and he gained a lot of wisdom from it, and he told me this quote, and I don't remember the quote verbatim, but it goes something like, "Unhappiness stems from not being in the present," something along those lines. And I believe that true joy, true happiness comes from being in the Lord, but it also comes from us not worrying. Not worrying about things that we need to let God take care of. 1,000,000%. Like we need to really lean on the Lord, especially with things that we can't control. And even things that we can control, we need to ask God for guidance on what to do, and honestly take that step of faith, because we have faith in God. We have faith that he is just, that he will lead us to do the right thing. Now, in terms of just like improvement, Ephesians 4:22-24 says, "To put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and to put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness." I think really being conscious about our actions, about the media we're consuming, about our desires, whether that's lust, whether that's just being distracted. I get distracted so easily, especially when it comes to games on my phone, especially when it comes to different social media, stuff like that. I get distracted a lot, and that's time that I could be spending with the Lord. We just need to really discipline ourselves to read the word, and we just need discipline until it turns into desiring to read the word and be with the Lord. That's really all it is. You fake it till you make it, right? I'm not saying that you're faking your relationship, but I'm saying you have discipline in it. And if you have discipline, eventually that will turn into desire. And so, yeah. That's pretty much all I had to say. I hope you guys have a great night. Truly just keep working to improve yourselves. Most importantly, as Jesus said, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all things will be given to you as well. God is the first person we need to go to. God is the first person we need to pray to. God is the first person we need to read. We need to read his word firstly. And we need to study, and we need to understand how things work. And even if we don't, we gotta take a step forward based on our best judgment. And yeah, God first. Everything will fall into line, but we also need to work on ourselves. We truly need to have discipline in our daily lives with God and with other pathways in our lives, so that sin doesn't get a foothold, doesn't get a stronghold. We need to stay grounded in the Lord, like the man that built his house on firm foundation. I forgot the material that it says, but on firm foundation. When you have your foundation on the Lord, you will be stable. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.